I also wanted to provide an update on the Oak Valley Town Center bond lawsuit. A listener asked about this, and the last time we covered it was in episode 56 back on September 6th. Again, I can't comment on our legal strategy, but I can share what is already in the public record. To recap, Everest, the surety company on the Oak Valley Town Center performance bonds, failed to perform on the bonds after the developer had defaulted on their obligation, so we filed a lawsuit in federal court. Subsequently, Everest had filed a counterclaim against the city. That counterclaim was dismissed with prejudice, which means it cannot be refiled, though Everest can appeal, as I had stated they probably would, and they are doing so. The city has filed for what is called a motion for summary judgment in our lawsuit against Everest. That type of motion asks the judge to decide the case without a full trial because the key facts aren't in dispute. Even if you accept the other side's facts as true, the law would still entitle the city to win. A hearing on the motion had been set for October 2nd, and the full trial was expected to begin on November 3rd. If the judge granted the motion for summary judgment, the trial wouldn't be necessary. What the city ultimately is seeking is straightforward. Either Everest must step in and finish the public improvements for the town center, or they must pay the penal sum, essentially the value of the bonds. Based on the amount of remaining work, it is more likely Everest would elect to pay the penal sum. A full win for the city would be worth over $19.8 million plus recovery of our legal costs. So there is a lot at stake. Now for the latest developments. On September 26th, the federal district court issued an order that changes the timeline of the case. The judge certified what's called an interlocutory appeal. And that means the judge agreed that one specific legal issue raised by Everest should go up to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals now rather than waiting until after trial. An interlocutory appeal is basically a mid-case appeal. It's rare, and courts only allow it when there's a significant legal question that could materially affect how the rest of the case should proceed. In this instance, the issue involves which statute of limitations applies to certain claims Everest tried to raise. The Ninth Circuit will now have to sort that out. Now, because of that appeal, the district court has stayed the entire case. That means everything, our motion for summary judgment, the hearing date, the trial, is paused until the Ninth Circuit makes its decision. The order is clear that continuing with the case while the appeal is pending could waste resources or result in two separate trials, depending on how the appellate court rules. So the bottom line is that the case is temporarily on hold. Nothing will move forward until the interlocutory appeal is resolved. That process can take time, but once the Ninth Circuit rules, the case will resume in district court. For those interested, the full order is a public document and describes the court's reasoning in detail.